What happens if you sleep only 3 hours a night? The truth about sleep deprivation. You think you can function on just 3 hours of sleep per night? Think again. Within 24 hours, your brain will slow down. By day 3, your body will start shutting down. And after a full week, the consequences could be permanent. Millions of people live sleep-deprived every day. But what if you did it on purpose? In this video, we're going to break down exactly what happens to your brain, body, and even your lifespan when you consistently get just 3 hours of sleep per night. Your alarm just went off. But here's the problem. You only slept 3 hours. You tell yourself, I'll push through. But your body has other plans. Already your brain is lagging behind reality. Your neurons are firing slower, and your cognitive functions are weakening. But you don't even realize it yet. You think caffeine will save you? Maybe, for now. But the clock is ticking. Your body is about to enter a full-blown crisis mode. After just one day of extreme sleep deprivation, your body is already breaking down. Your reflexes are slower. Your stress levels are spiking. Your emotions are unstable. But the worst part? You don't even realize how impaired you are. Your brain is running on borrowed time. And the cost could be fatal. But this is just day 1. The real nightmare starts tomorrow. You slept 3 hours last night. You think you can function? You think you're fine? Your brain disagrees. Within minutes of waking up, your prefrontal cortex, the control center of decision-making and focus, is already malfunctioning. Your neurons are firing 30% slower. What's already happening in the first 24 hours? Your reaction time is delayed. Your brain now processes every action slower. Your stress hormone, cortisol, spikes. Your body thinks you're in danger. Your ability to retain new information drops. Your memory is already weakened. Your brain is lagging behind reality, but you don't notice because the part of your brain responsible for self-awareness is shutting down first. Coffee won't save you. Caffeine, your emergency fuel. It gives you a temporary boost, but it's not fixing the problem, it's hiding it. You're not less tired, you're just numbing your exhaustion, and when this caffeine wears off, the crash will be brutal. Slow reactions equal real danger. This is where things get dangerous. Your reaction time has dropped by 30%. If a car suddenly brakes in front of you, you won't hit the brakes fast enough. 2 seconds. That's all it takes for a microsleep to kill you. And the worst part? You don't even know when it's happening. At this stage, your brain is already in survival mode. Your reflexes are compromised. You are driving with the same impairment as someone legally drunk. Your problem-solving ability is cut in half. Even basic tasks feel overwhelming. Your hunger hormones spike. Your body confuses exhaustion with starvation. Ever crave junk food after a bad night's sleep? That's because your body is producing more ghrelin, the hunger hormone, while shutting down leptin, the hormone that tells you you're full. Your memory is already failing. Your hippocampus, the part of your brain that stores new information, isn't working properly. Right now, your brain is struggling to form memories. That means that whatever you just learned, you'll forget it in a few hours. You just started your day, and your brain is already shutting down. Emotional breakdown. Loading. Your emotions are unstable. Your amygdala, the emotional control center of your brain, is now 60% more reactive. That means tiny inconveniences feel like major crises. You are now officially sleep deprived. Your body knows it, your brain knows it, but you think you're fine. And that is the most dangerous part of all. Stay tuned, because what happens on day 2 will leave you speechless. Day 2 to 3, emotional chaos and microsleeps. It's day 2. You're awake, but your brain isn't. Right now, your neurons are struggling to fire signals. Your reaction time is slower. Your memory is already failing, and your body is trying to force a reboot. The first microsleep. That was a microsleep, a brief blackout, lasting just a few seconds. Your body is now shutting down in bursts, trying to make up for the sleep it's missing. But here's the terrifying part. Just one microsleep at the wrong moment, and it's game over. Symptoms. After 48 hours, without sleep, microsleeps happening involuntarily. You have no control over them. Reduced impulse control. Your brain is now making poor decisions without realizing. Extreme difficulty concentrating. You are now 50% more likely to make mistakes. Emotional chaos begins. Your amygdala, the brain's emotional control center, is now 60% more reactive. What would normally be a small inconvenience now feels like a major personal attack. Why is he rushing me? What's his problem? Doesn't he see I'm busy? Your brain is now misinterpreting emotions. Someone asks a simple question. You think they're criticizing you. Someone looks at you funny. It feels like an attack. Your brain at this stage. Extreme irritability. You feel angry for no reason. Mood swings. One moment calm, the next frustrated or emotional. Impaired communication skills. You struggle to articulate your thoughts clearly. Hallucinations begin to form. Your visual processing center is failing. Your brain is now filling in the blanks, creating false images where there are none. After 2 full nights without sleep, 20% of people begin experiencing hallucinations. It starts small, shadows moving, flashes of color, but by day 5, these hallucinations will be indistinguishable from reality. And it's only going to get worse, because soon, your brain will no longer be able to tell what's real and what isn't. Memory, blackouts, and personality changes. Your hippocampus, responsible for short-term memory, is now barely functioning. You start to forget why you walked into a room, where you left your phone, even what day it is. And then, the time distortion begins. Your brain loses track of sequences, making minutes feel like hours, or hours feel like seconds. By this stage, your brain is malfunctioning. Severe memory lapses, you forget things almost instantly. Distorted perception of time, minutes feel stretched or compressed. Decreased self-awareness. You don't notice your own decline. Ending shot. The descent continues. Your brain is shutting down, your perception is warping, and if you don't sleep soon, your mind will turn against you. Stay tuned, because what happens on day 5 will change the way you see sleep forever. Day 5 to 6, the body in survival mode. You're now 5 days in. At this point, your body has started breaking down muscle for energy. Your metabolism is collapsing, and your risk of heart disease just skyrocketed. What's happening now? Your blood pressure is unstable. Your heart is struggling to keep up. Your metabolism is slowing down. Your body is desperately holding on to fat. Your risk of hallucinations increases. Your brain is now so deprived that it creates its own reality. That's sleep deprivation psychosis. Studies show that after 120 hours without proper rest, people start seeing faces in objects, hearing phantom voices, and even feeling insects crawling on their skin. But here's where it gets terrifying, because after just 1 week, your brain begins preparing for shutdown. Day 7, the final stage. After 7 days, your body is now failing. Your immune system is barely functioning. Your brain is entering a pre-coma state to protect itself. Final stage symptoms. Memory loss. You might not remember your own name. Severe cognitive dysfunction. Your IQ has dropped significantly. Dangerous heart arrhythmias. Your heart is out of sync, putting you at risk of sudden cardiac arrest. Some of this damage may be permanent. Studies suggest that prolonged sleep deprivation can cause irreversible brain cell loss. So, is it worth it? Absolutely not. Sleep isn't just rest, it's survival. And now, you know why. How to recover. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of sleep nightly. Avoid caffeine and screens before bed. Fix your circadian rhythm with morning sunlight. Comment below. What's the longest you've gone without sleep? Would you ever try this? Let's talk. Like and subscribe for more shocking health videos.